Right, hi guys, so this is an update on my injury. Now, if you watched the last video, I worked that day, got home in the afternoon, and then all of a sudden it went from here to here. Just totally swelled up. I couldn't move it. I literally couldn't move my wrist. I thought, oh bloody hell, what's this? So this was 2 weeks ago tomorrow. So I'm filming this 2 weeks ahead of time. I had to stay off work, so I've been off for 2 weeks. The plan is to cut my own grass today, cut my mum's grass, see how I am after that, and if it's kind of alright, I'm going to go back to work tomorrow. So basically what I did was I went to the doctor's the next day, because I thought I kind of managed through. If you watch the video, it was kind of hurting, but I was working. As I say, it just swelled up. That first night, I was just lying there and it was killing. I wasn't even doing anything, just lying in bed, it was killing. Obviously, I put ice on it and all that, and went to the doctors the next day. They said she wasn't the best. I must say she wasn't the best. I'm not one to slag off doctors, and they do a good job. I've never had a problem with them. Obviously, I've got Crohn's. I've been dealt with brilliantly. So she basically, I told her my story and that I'm a gardener. I work with lawnmowers and vibrating tools all day. Got some young kids that I'm forever picking up and messing about with, chucking them around and that. We kind of got to the conclusion that it's probably a repetitive strain injury rather than carpal tunnel, but she said time will probably tell with that. Now, I read up a lot more since the last video on carpal tunnel and repetitive strain injury. Now, obviously severity, there's kind of a scale and spectrum to these injuries. In general, I think carpal tunnel is more tingly, which I did get on that sort of first day, the last time I filmed. Numb, tingly kind of feelings, really bad on a night, which I was that first night, but I'll get on to how me 2 weeks have sort of gone since. Yeah, so there's more to carpal tunnel, but that's kind of telltale signs. It only affects a couple of fingers because it's basically, you've got like, I think, a nerve over there, and or a tendon or something that kind of swells up and presses on your nerve, which in turn kind of leads to your hand and fingers and thumb. So basically, she said rest it, ice it every few hours. Obviously you can't work, so just go as steady as you can, and time will tell. I've had football injuries before where I've kind of sprained my ankles. I've broken them as well, so I know a lot about kind of sprains. I kind of treat it as that. So what I've been doing these past 2 weeks has basically been resting it every couple of hours, icing it, every couple of hours, trying not to. So I mean, my partner's been really good. I haven't been on the nappies for our 1-year-old. She's been doing them. Those first few days were really important, just to rest as much as I could to try and get the swelling down. So I was constantly icing it. I had some ibuprofen gel to rub in. I ended up putting too much on, and I ended up basically coating my wrists. I've still got some on now, and I've obviously been in the shower a hell of a lot. It leaves like a film on your skin. It's a bit weird. I kind of thought gout as well, a little bit, but it's not gout. So yeah, so the swelling after about 6 or 7 days kind of disappeared. Those first few days was really still quite painful. Nothing on a night time though, it was just that first night, and that was one of the telltale signs that it probably wasn't carpal tunnel. It was fine on a night time. So after kind of 2 or 3 days, I started to try and move it a bit more. I bought a pretty good brace, which has a metal plate in it. So I was wearing that probably for the first 4 or 5 days just to give it some support. And after it kind of settled down, that's when you start to strengthen it a little bit, and as you can see, it's at about 80%. It's not too bad. As I say, I'm going to cut some grass today, hopefully get back to work tomorrow, and I've been talking to ChatGPT quite a lot as well, but I've been reading up on sprains as well. So like, basically the first few weeks, just rest as much as you can. The first week, rested. The second week, kind of try to do more around the house, and that's what I've done. So build it up a little bit, and I can use it fine around the house. I can do everything I can normally. It's just, as I say, when I go back to work, whether it'll kind of hold up to it a little bit. I'm going to try and reduce my days, and just kind of, if the grass really needs cutting, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to kind of leave the ones that the lawns are quite short. So yeah, so basically I was wearing this on a night time as well for anyone who has a similar sort of injury, wearing this on a night for the first week, and not wearing it during the day past kind of 4 to 5 days. So I haven't been wearing this at all now really for the past week or so. And I do think it's a repetitive strain injury because, as I said in the last video, I tend to pick the kids up with my left hand, and I chuck them about and play with them and mess about with them, and it's probably silly really. It's probably caught up with us a little bit. My wrists are only small. I got tiny little wrists, so I probably shouldn't be doing crazy things like chucking them on the bed like 10 times in a row. It does strain your arms, it does strain your wrists. And I suppose when you're gardening every day, and then when you go back home, to 1-year-old and a 4-year-old we've got, you don't get that rest time, physically with your hands and arms and all that. You just don't get that rest. Sleep kind of is very hit and miss for both of us at the minute. It is what it is, obviously, but I suppose I've got to be a bit more mindful. And yeah, so you can go back to work with a sprained wrist if it's like 80-90% there. Try and manage it. I bought some, they're over there still in the package. I bought some really decent anti-vibration gloves as well, and I'll be wearing them. See how it go. Hopefully I'll be alright, because I've been off 2 weeks. That's a fair bit of money. I don't really want to be off anymore. It's getting into September now. We're into sort of the first few weeks in September. Christmas is coming up. The Ben's birthday is in a couple of weeks' time as well. It's this is the time where you really need a bit of cash, to get through Christmas, New Year and stuff like that. I'll end it there, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.